Welcome back to DIYSeniorPortrait.com. I'm Clay again. Now I want to talk to you about the second phase of getting ready to do your own senior portraits, and that is planning and preparation, and most important of all, getting organized. One of the easiest things you can do to help yourself get organized is get you a little notebook. It doesn't have to be anything elaborate. This little notebook right here is 77 cents at Walmart, but you can get them all over the place. But you want to get a little notebook, and this notebook is strictly to keep all of the information that you're going to collect related to your photo shoot. You're going to carry it with you everywhere, and later on as you collect information you'll be transferring it into your Google account that I'll be talking about in a second. You want to start writing down names of people that you think will want pictures. You want to start to write down the names of people who might help you with your photo shoot. You want to put down the contact information for your people that might do your hair, your makeup. You want to write down the contact information for local stores that might sell some of the items that you need. You even might want to sketch in a couple of ideas that you have for pictures that you want to take based on the samples that you've looked at if you followed the link on the site for the samples. The next thing you'll want to do is you'll want to set you up a Google account. It takes a few seconds to do, and there's a video on the website that shows you how to set up a Google account. You can use iGoogle as your home page in your web browser, and that'll allow you to get organized. You can create links to the DIYSeniorPortrait.com site. You can create links to where you're going to show your photos, and then you can also download some spreadsheets that we've got, and you'll copy them down to your local computer and then copy them back up into Google Documents, and you can use those to keep track of things as far as how many prints you're going to need, your mailing list, and also prices. It'll also allow you to take the contact information that you collect in your notebook and you can put it into Google Contacts, and it'll make it easier for you to email everybody as a group. You can also set up a to-do list, and you can also use the Picasa site for managing putting up photos as you take them. Next, you want to give some hard thought to your budget for your project. In other words, how much am I willing to spend in order to get the job done? Now, you may want to set aside a budget that's something less than what it would cost. You might want to compare it to what it would cost for a professional photographer to do it. And then you may want to make some decisions about whether or not you want to buy some of the equipment. Like, in other words, it's not a it's something that you could continue to use after you do the shoots if you buy a digital camera. So you may want to consider buying a digital camera for the senior portrait shoots and then continuing to use the camera as time goes on. You'll also want to use the print planner to sit down and try to guesstimate or estimate how many pictures that you're going to need and what the cost of those will be. So that should give you an overall idea of how much money you're going to look at spending. There's no way to get pictures, there's no way to get prints and to do it absolutely for free. You can, if you just want to share the pictures online, you could do the whole thing for free. But you're going to have some expenditures and you have to decide what's going to fit in with your plans. The next thing, and this is really important, is when you get the notebook, you want to start making lists of friends who you might also think want to get their senior portraits done the same way, that they're not going to hire a professional photographer, or they're looking at going without senior portraits. You want to write it down, and you want to approach them as being people to help you do your senior portraits, and you want to make a list of friends and family members who are potential people to help you get this done, because like I said in the first video, it's really too much work. There's no way you can easily take a picture of yourself and it be that good. The best situation is your mom or your dad will work the camera, or one of your friends who also needs senior pictures will work the camera for you and you'll work the camera for them. So you want to start making a list of all the people that are going to be considered to be a part of your team for the project. And then once you get that, you may want to consider either starting you can go to ning.com and make a social network for that group of people. You could use a Google group, or you could start a Flickr group. There's several things that you could do to kind of organize the communication between. You could use Facebook to coordinate the communication between your team. Next, you want to start collecting ideas for where you're going to take the picture. That's really going to be one of the hardest things to do. there's lots and lots of places. Now realistically, just about anywhere can be turned into a location, but some places are going to be a lot nicer than others. And so you want to start collecting a list of places that could be potentials for your photo shoot. And you may want to talk to your friends and your family members, and you can even start a Google map to kind of track where the locations are. We've got a sample map that I started about locations in Meridian, Mississippi that we're planning to add to, but it'll give you an idea of how you can make a custom map. Then after that, you want to sit down and use the print planner, the print order planner, take the list of all the people and what pictures you want to give them, and then calculate how many pictures you think you'll need. You can tie that back to, you actually probably should do that before your budget, before you come on a final budget, but you want to get a rough budget and then sit down and calculate how much, as accurately as you can, how much print you're going to need, 4x6s, 5x7s, 8x10s, and wallet size. And we've got a spreadsheet on the Google Groups that you can download and upload to Google Docs that you fill out, and it'll give you totals at the top of the sheet as to how many pictures you need. Then you want to go out and collect prices from the people that you're considering to do your photo finishing. And again, we've got another spreadsheet that you can download to your computer and put back in your Google Docs on your Google account, and then you can fill that in. And if you fill in at the top with the totals that you got on your print planner sheet, then you'll see at the very end of the column exactly how much it'll cost to get each of those pictures, get those pictures printed at each of the locations. Now we've filled in some dummy information, not really dummy information, it's valid information for a couple of the photo finishing sites online, but you'll want to verify that that information is current because prices do change, and I think there's a note on the sheet that plans that. So that's really all there is to getting organized, and it doesn't take very long, but it's going to make a big difference in how it goes. If you just grab up a camera and run out and shoot pictures, it's going to be a lot more hectic and chaotic than if you'll take the time to get organized. So I hope this information helps, and we'll be talking about discussing your senior portraits in the next video. Thanks for watching.